take a sip. It's coffee o'clock. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome back to another episode of this series of Coffee O'Clock. And I'm your host, 𝗓𝗓𝗓, and as always, I'm gonna bring you something warm, just like your coffee. So before we begin, let's take a deep breath, chill a little bit, and get ready to the inspiring episode together with us. So whether you are just winding down after a long day or just here to recharge your thought, inshallah, tonight's episode is definitely going to leave you feeling a little bit driven, a little more hopeful, inshallah. Because for this exhausting week 7, we are diving into something truly meaningful: how students like us can go beyond the campus wall. So, to bring us to the theme of this life, we have someone really, really special with us tonight. And that brings us to the title of tonight's episode, Beyond Campus: Leading, Speaking, Influencing. So, tonight, we bring someone is very special. He is just not known on campus, but beyond. He is the president of not one, but 3 student society, which is 𝗓𝗓𝗓, 𝗔𝗓𝗓, and the Good Society, and even representing Malaysia at the 𝗂𝐼𝐴𝐹 Scientific Congress in Raja. So, did I mention he was at valedictorian for 2024, and now he is serving his nation at the special officer at the Minister of Housing and Local Government. So, let's give a warm welcome to the one and only Ayman Arifin.
Hi guys.
Hi Ayman.
Hi, how are you? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling good. I'm actually nervous talking to you.
No, it's fine. We're all just humans here. Let's take this like as just a couple of friends talking, and it's gonna be fine.
Oh my god, I mean, like, you are so big to me. So this huge gap makes me like very nervous talking to you, Ayman.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, so I heard that you're coming straight here from Parliament, isn't it?
Yeah, I came straight from work.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Ayman, for spending your time with us. I hope for
It's a
tonight,
pleasure. Yeah.
I hope for tonight's conversation we can like bring some insightful episode to our audience out there.
Yeah.
Okay, Ayman, let's start with something simple. Would you mind to introduce yourself to our audience? Like, who is Ayman Arifin beyond all the titles?
Oh, okay. Hey guys, my name is my actual name is Muhammad Arif Ayman. A lot of people assume that my name is Ayman Arifin, but Arifin is actually my dad, so people always get confused with that. But I'm actually the youngest son of 4 among a family of 4. I have 3 sisters,
Okay.
so I have a total of 4 siblings, and I'm the youngest out of the 4. I was actually born in Selangor, but my parents are from Kelantan, Kotlanas and 𝗀𝒃𝒃 to be exact. But so I still have like a deep connection to Kelantan. So my sisters has always been like a source of inspiration to me, and personally, I am very, very close with my family. I would consider myself as a family person. I went to school at a school named the 𝗓𝗓𝗓 International School, 𝗓𝗓𝗓 International Islamic School, where I spent my whole life there. I never moved out once. So I was there from kindergarten, primary, secondary. So I'm 100% a product of that school. So shout out to 𝗓𝗓𝗓 International Islamic School. You have shaped me to become who I am today. So yeah, that's
Well,
basically
it's really
like
nice to get to know you, Ayman. You are quite hebat, you know.
No.
So Ayman, I heard that you have held so many roles, but I am curious. When you look back at your time at IIUM, what part of the journey do you think it really shaped who you are today, Ayman?
I think honestly, before we look forward, I think it's very important for me to share what I've done in the past, not in terms of achievements, but who I was before I was known as the president of this, that, because that doesn't really define who I am. I think what shaped me was the things that I went through back in foundation, back in my early years of degree. So I was known as a KKK student, not Ku Klux Klan, but kelas, katil, and cafe. So honestly, back in my foundational years and in my early years of degree, I am who you see me today is completely opposite to what you would have seen a few years ago. Because back in foundation, the only thing I did was go to class, eat, chill in my room, watch Netflix, play futsal, and that was basically it. I was pretty much a boring person. But over the years, I had this, I developed a mindset where this cannot be the only thing that there is to life. I had a great, sense of wanting much more in my life. I have always been an ambitious person in school, but I failed to translate that in the early years of my tertiary education. So what I ended up doing was back in foundation, I was not involved in any societies at all for the first 2 semesters. In my third semester, my friend Avisina Alatas, shout out to him, he invited me to join a public speaking competition. And that was the first time I spoke publicly in over 2 years. Because the last time I spoke publicly was back in high school when I was part of the debating team. So we ended up joining that competition. We found out the competition was going to be held at 10 p.m. We found out about the competition at 7 p.m. We got dressed. He called me up, hey, let's go join this competition. And there we were. And that was the first time I spoke publicly in under the banner of IIUM. So we had a lot of fun at that competition, but that sparked a greater, that piqued my interest. That like, oh, you know what? This is fun. I was starting to love being more active in my studies, because regardless of whatever I was going through, my priority has always been my studies. So even in my foundation, even though I wasn't active in clubs or societies, I was strictly focused on getting good grades back in foundation. So I didn't join anything only until the third semester. And you know what happened in my third semester? I started to join many competitions. It was fun and all. But right when I was gaining momentum, COVID had hit. Yeah, so it was only supposed to be like a 1 week break between between the first semester and between the mid semester. So I told my friends, hey, I'll see you next week. We ended up not seeing each other for a year because of the lockdowns and everything. So to this day, I have not seen one of my roommates, and we've already graduated degree. So that was my foundation years. So in my early years of degree, in my first year, as you may know, we had nothing. We had no activities. We didn't have events. We didn't have sporting events. We could barely leave our room. And at the time, 𝗀𝗀 was the only faculty within the campus. So we had the campus all to ourselves. So it was extremely boring. So I lost that motivation again. I have no drive. I was just, oh, you know what? I'm going to go back to being a KKK student because it was easy and fun. Yeah. So only then, only in my second year did I join programs. I started to join programs, and that was when I started to run. And that was when I ran for the PlanMake election. I was bored, and then I was like, you know what? I wanna be the president, because I wanna feel I want my voice to be heard. I wanna do something great, and that was when my life changed. That was the first stepping stone to what I eventually achieved in my later years of degree. So when I ran for PlanMake, I'm very proud to say this. I was only the president for 3 months, and we allocated the biggest financial budget in the history of department-based societies. We were the first department-based society to have an initiative to alleviate period poverty in 𝗀𝗀 and also within the campus. And we had a variety of other achievements as well as an organization. 3 months after that, I was like, you know what? Somebody came up to me. His name is Hafiz Zainal. He's still my mentor to this day. He is the founder of the Good Society. And I joined basically a talk where it's called Hidden Stars. So he called me to, promote. Why don't you, you feel like you have a bigger ability to go higher up, you know, because he feels like this department-based society is too small.
Yeah.
It's not too small, but he feels like I can go for a kuliah-based society. So that was when I resigned as the president of 𝗏𝒧𝒧𝒁, and I ran for election for the president of 𝒓𝒂𝐻𝒻𝒃. So I won that election,
Yeah.
and I had the best year of my life. That was when I went to Russia. That was when I went to Amsterdam. That was when I got to represent 𝑬𝒙𝒂𝑻𝑽. That was when we did a lot of initiatives together. Not only did we help the students, but we amplified the finances of our organization. So we started off with a budget of 500 ringgit. We ended the tenure with a surplus of 40,000 ringgit. Yeah. So after that, I felt like I wanted to retire from from campus politics.
Okay.
But Hafiz Zainal came up to me again, and he offered me the presidential role of the Good Society. So that's my
Okay, that's really like inspiring, and that's cool actually. So I thought like you have joined this during your foundation year actually, because that's quite a lot of position to help. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm so proud of seeing people like you guys in your first year, second year, because you guys are so active. So if I started late, you guys can be much better than me, because you guys started way earlier than I did.
I mean, inshallah, Aiman.
Inshallah.
Actually, Aiman, we have like so much more conversation to have with you. Actually, I am very curious, how can you juggle your academic excellence while all the role that you have held before this? But before that, can we take a break first and take a sip of water, because like you you have a lot to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so to everyone there, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a minute more. Take a sip, take a seat. It's Coffee O'Clock.
Studying smart doesn't mean studying all night. It's about using the right techniques, ones that actually work. Let's break down the top study methods that can seriously level up how you learn. First up, active recall. Don't just reread your notes. Quiz yourself. Cover what you've just learned and try to explain it out loud. Tools like flashcards, sticky notes, or apps like Anki and Quizlet make this easy and effective. Next, spaced repetition. Instead of cramming, space out your reviews, like day 1, then day 3, then a week later. It helps lock information into your long-term memory. Now on to the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 rounds, take a longer break. This method helps you stay focused without burning out. Another great method is blurting. Right after learning something, grab a piece of paper and write down everything you remember. Then check your notes and see what you missed. It's a great way to spot gaps. Then there's the Feynman technique. Teach what you've learned like you're explaining it to a kid. If you can't simplify it, you probably don't understand it fully yet. And lastly, interleaving. Instead of studying one subject for hours, mix it up. Go from math to history to science. This keeps your brain active and helps you retain more. So remember, it's not just about how much you study, but how you study. Try these methods and find what works best for you.
Take a seat, take a sip. It's Coffee O'Clock. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And welcome back again with me, Ana Nur Shamila. Well, Aiman Arifin here with me today. So I'm going to continue the conversation that we have spoken earlier. So Aiman, okay, a lot of students must be wondering, how can you like juggle your academic excellence with all the role that you have joined in societies and club? I mean, like it's not easy actually.
Yeah, it is not. I can promise you that it is not.
Yeah.
But I get this question a lot, and honestly, this is an advice. It is general advice to everyone who wants to juggle and manage their time better.
Okay.
But I was actually scared of before I joined these societies. I was actually scared like how it would affect my grades and everything. But my grades actually got better after I became more active.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it all goes down to this one principle belief that I have. inactivity breeds inactivity. So the longer you stay stagnant, the higher probability that you will remain stagnant. So my greatest advice in regards to time management is compartmentalization, time management. Well, time management is key, right?
Yeah.
Compartmentalization, time management, and basically compartmentalization means thinking of your mind as a big drawer. So when you have a big drawer, when you are hyper focusing on one activity, for example, when I was the president, I had a lot of things to do.
Yes.
So when I was the president of a society, and I had some assignments to do, I would close my assignment drawer and I would focus solely on my presidential work. I would hyper focus because I would want to give 100% to everything that I'm doing. And then when I'm doing my assignments, I would close my presidential drawer and focus solely on my assignment works. Now, so it all comes down to hyper focusing and compartmentalizing. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So can you like be honest with us? Is there like any moment where you feel like you're giving up, where you feel like overwhelming? So how can you like solve? How can you solve that? And what makes you keep up? What makes you keep up like going? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, obviously, I've gone through a lot of hardships when I'm trying to balance these very heavy duties. Because being a 𝗏 student is tough.
Yes.
I'm sure if you guys have any 𝗏 friends, they can testify upon the fact that being a 𝗏 student is extremely challenging. And you add on top of that this burden of managing a society of hundreds of students. It is very taxing. So I do get overwhelmed. But how I deal with it is taking a step back and reminding myself that there's much more to life than studies. There's much more to life than these duties that I have placed upon myself. So that is when I go back to my friends. That is when I go back to my family. That is when I go back to my hobbies. It is not lepas tangan. It is delegating some stuff out of your control and going back to the core principles of life: family, friends, hobbies, things that makes us feel more alive. So that is why it's so important for us to avoid burning ourselves up by going back to the roots that have shaped us to become who we are. So yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Aiman, as I remembered, you have spoken to the TEDxIIUM, right?
TEDx.
TEDxIIUM, and also participated in
The
OIC
Youth Scientific Congress.
Yeah, 𝑦𝑰𝑖 Youth Scientific Congress.
Yeah.
Can you share with me the secret, like how can you speak confidently in front of such a big audience? Like, how can you not panic at all?
I think the key to speaking confidently and speaking publicly is to acknowledge it as it's a skill that you have to refine over time. So you have to always put yourself in very uncomfortable positions in order for yourself to enhance this skill. So when I was back in school, I was not a good public speaker. I was not fond of speaking in front of an audience. There was this one time where I was being tasked to deliver just a very simple short speech, a short reminder. Just tell the students within the assembly to just wear their uniforms properly. And I couldn't do it.
Why?
I was too nervous. I saw the eyes on me. I couldn't do it at all. But I put myself in uncomfortable positions after that to always try to improve. I always put myself in that position again so that I can incrementally get better slowly by slowly. And I took that principle with me up to my foundation and up to my degree. So if there's a presentation, I would always volunteer because I know this skill is useful, and I would always put myself in uncomfortable positions so that I can grow as a better public speaker.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's very good advice actually. Okay, Aiman, I think like a lot of students really want to be a good speaker. Okay, but they are scared with the awkward surrounding and what we call going blank.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice to share with us? How can we start? I mean, like, how can we start to be very confident? And for us, like me, I really want to start talking publicly, but I'm very shy.
No, but you're doing great right now, though.
No, I'm not actually. I'm very nervous, you know.
Nah, it's fine.
And then can you share with me how to start and from where to start, because we don't know where to start, you know?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the principle of seeking discomfort, because that is a motto that I always live by. I seek discomfort. When I was active in all these societies, when I was juggling between these difficult tasks, I was seeking discomfort. And one part of that discomfort is to talk publicly to other people, is to talk publicly in front of crowds. So I start with small crowds. So when I got better at that, I amplified the crowd to be bigger. So I took on more jobs. So that was where I eventually hosted TEDx, and that was one of the situations where I put myself in uncomfortable positions. So in life, I always tell people, if in order for you to grow, you have to be willing to put yourself in very extremely difficult and uncomfortable positions. So that is a way for you to refine, enhance, and amplify your skill. And I also have some practical advice for people out there who do feel nervous when they are speaking publicly. Yeah. So one of it is to actually, it is important to speak, to maintain eye contact while speaking publicly. But that makes you nervous, right?
Yes.
So what I would do is to look at the wall behind you. So most of the time when I'm speaking in a crowd of like hundreds or thousands of students or people, what I would do is look directly in front to the wall. So it does seem like I'm maintaining eye contact, but I'm just speaking to a wall. And before I get up on stage, I would hum a song. I would hum a song until I don't feel nervous.
Can you try to hum some song?
Yeah, it's just that. That's the only thing I do before I start speaking publicly. And I would always practice my speech presentation or whatever before I go up on stage. So I practice to a point where I will not make mistakes.
Oh
Yeah.
You're quite good. Oh, very good. I mean, I'm speechless. Honestly, well, that's really challenging for me. But inshallah, I'll try. Inshallah. Okay, wait. I saw you a lot on TikTok actually, and you're quite active on social media platform. In your opinion, what do you think, like, type of content that really speak to the young people today, and why do you think it works?
When it comes to content, I think I never intended to be an influencer. And I still don't think that I am an influencer.
Okay.
I just happen to be viral from a dumb video and that spiraled to kind of where I am today. So when it comes to content, I don't like to put up content that has no substance and no meaning. So that is sort of why I haven't been making a lot of comedic content, because I do intend on using my platform, because I do believe that I do have a platform now to make people believe in themselves, to make them, to learn something from me, for me to give value to them.
But for me, the content, 𝗬𝗎, I really love that content actually. I used to take Arabic and then I listen.
It's relatable.
Yeah. I mean, like, what is makan, kala?
Akala.
Akala. Right? I saw your video and I was like, is that akala? Okay, wait. And also the Masjid hopping. So you make me feel like, when we go on Tarawih, my friend asked me, so for how long the solat lah, the prayer.
How long? The MPR.
The MPR. And then I say, let's look on Aiman. I thought to check the MPR. So we check. It's MPR like that. Okay.
Yeah, MPR is quite useful, right?
Yeah, it's very useful. Okay. And lastly, Aiman, you have actually like so much. Okay. So if you don't mind, can you share with us like what is your next goal? Is there like anything you want to achieve in the future?
Honestly, right now, I'm just focusing on doing my job to slowly grow as an individual, as a professional. But I do plan on serving my nation, however that may be. It is quite vague, yes, but that is my ultimate goal. Whether it be through corporate or politics, I have not decided just yet. But right now, I'm just going to lock in, grow as a person so that I can contribute and serve my nation however it in whatever way, shape or form. So yeah.
You are such a dream actually. I mean, like, we really want to follow your footsteps, Aiman.
Yeah.
Really.
Thank you.
Okay, Aiman. So before we continue the conversation, so shall we take a break, Aiman?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so to audience out there, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a little bit. Take a seat, take a sip. It's Coffee Art Club.
Studying smart doesn't mean studying all night. It's about using the right techniques, ones that actually work. Let's break down the top study methods that can seriously level up how you learn. First up, active recall. Don't just reread your notes. Quiz yourself. Cover what you've just learned and try to explain it out loud. Tools like flashcards, sticky notes, or apps like Anki and Quizlet make this easy and effective. Next, spaced repetition. Instead of cramming, space out your reviews, like day 1, then day 3, then a week later. It helps lock information into your long-term memory. Now on to the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 rounds, take a longer break. This method helps you stay focused without burning out. Another great method is blurting. Right after learning something, grab a piece of paper and write down everything you remember. Then check your notes and see what you missed. It's a great way to spot gaps. Then there's the Feynman technique. Teach what you've learned like you're explaining it to a kid. If you can't simplify it, you probably don't understand it fully yet. And lastly, interleaving. Instead of studying one subject for hours, mix it up. Go from math to history to science. This keeps your brain active and helps you retain more. So remember, it's not just about how much you study, but how you study. Try these methods and find what works best for you.
Take a seat, take a sip. It's Coffee O'Clock. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And again, me, 𝗓𝗓𝒃 as your host for today. And I am not alone. Here with me, your favorite public speaker, Aiman Arifin. Okay, so Aiman, we have heard about your struggle, your what we call your struggle, your journey, and also your success. Okay, so now, can we play a game?
Oh yeah, sure.
Are you ready?
I love games. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play 2 games. So the first one is one quote challenge, and the next one is would you rather. So let's play one quote challenge. Okay.
Okay.
So if I ask you a quick question, you need to answer like immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately. You don't have to think. Like you need to say whatever you want. Okay. 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 So first question is, one word to describe your student life.
Diverse. Yeah.
Why?
Diverse because I've put myself in literally every position. I've been a lazy student, I've been a profound student, I've been an active student. I've tasted every single part and parcel of what it is like to be a student. So that's why I choose diverse.
Diverse,
Yeah.
I was one a lazy student.
We've all been lazy
Yeah,
students.
okay. Okay, so the next one is describe the moment of the feeling that made you say I have made it.
So well, it's not necessarily that I believe that I've made it. I feel like I still have a lot more to learn. I have a lot more room for growth.
Yes.
But I feel like lately, when I go out in public, people have been, even when I started going viral back then, people have been coming up to me in public, people who I barely know, and they come up to me and they say, thank you for what you're doing. They want to like take pictures. And I feel like even it happens in the most random situations. Like whenever I go to the supermarket, whenever I'm at the parliament even, an MP came up to me, hey, are you the one that said the blah, 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 blah? So it's like, oh, people know me. So I feel like that sort of gives validation to what I've been doing in the past. So, yeah.
If I saw you in public, I would say, hi, 𝗓𝗓𝗃, 𝗓𝗓𝗃.
And I would just laugh it off.
I really love that tagline, you know. 𝗓𝗓𝗃, 𝗓𝗓𝗃. Which Aiman? Aiman 𝗓𝗓𝗃, 𝗓𝗓𝗃. Okay, Aiman. And the last question is one leadership quote you actually live by?
Okay.
You have said earlier, right?
Actually, the one quote that I live by is, in times of hardship, do
Yeah.
not pray for easier lives, but pray to be stronger men. Or pray to be a stronger person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's touching actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we move to the next game?
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Mhm.
Okay, so Aiman, would you rather solve an unsolved mathematical problem or decode an ancient language?
Sorry?
Would you rather solve an unsolved mathematical problem
Mm-hmm.
or decode an ancient language?
I hate math, so I'm gonna decode an ancient language.
Why? You are
I'm very
quite
bad.
excellent, right?
I'm very bad at maths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather memorize every historical date
Mm-hmm.
or speak 5 languages fluently?
Speak 5 languages fluently. Arabic is just not one of them, unfortunately.
Okay, any other language that you speak?
ฉันพูดไทยได้นิดหน่อยไม่มีปัญหา
Is that Thailand?
Yeah, I speak Thai.
Other
Yeah.
than that, no.
Huh?
Other than that?
Does Clinton count as a language?
No.
Lately,
No,
I've been
it's an answer,
lately I've been learning French as well. So, because 𝗕𝗒𝒍𝒐𝒓𝒆 la langue française est belle.
What
Yeah.
is that?
I believe that French is a beautiful language, so that's why I want to learn French
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
Okay,
Yeah.
the next one is, would you rather write a best-selling book that's sold out worldwide or invent a cool gadget?
Oh, book, because I do have this dream of writing my own biography
Ooh.
one day when I become successful, inshallah. If I become successful, I mean,
inshallah.
and I do hope that book does well. So, yeah.
Okay, you don't like gadget?
No, not really.
So not Gen Z.
Yeah, I'm not really a technology person.
Okay, would you rather design a floating city or an underground metropolis?
Underground Metropolis.
Why?
It's very. I like shows like Fallout. I like games like Fallout, so that's why I have this fascination with underground cities.
I thought you gayat.
Yeah, I also Gaia.
Okay, the last one is, would you rather design a futuristic skyscraper or restore an ancient castle?
Restore an ancient castle.
Why?
Because I believe old is gold, and that is sort of what I'm doing in the ministry as well, with a new act that we're proposing in that we will be tabling in Parliament in June. So yeah.
Thank you, Imran. A very inspiring conversation to have with you. I very admire you, your
Thank you.
your like, academic excellence and who you are. I mean, like, your job also. It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's all. We have reached the end of the Coffee O'Clock episode 2, season 7. Okay, thank you so much, Aiman, for spending your time with us. Thank you. I mean, like, it's very touching to know that you came straightly from Parliament to here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Aiman. Inshallah, we pray like the best for you and your future upcoming. For your future upcoming plan, inshallah.
Thank you. I mean.
Thank you so much for the audience for staying with me from the first to the end. Thank you so much. And to get more information about IIUMTV, don't forget to follow our social media on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X, and LinkedIn. See you another time with me, 𝗓𝗓𝗀𝒧𝒻, your host, 𝑦𝒰𝑼𝑖𝑎𝑚𝑽. Bye.